Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and for today's tutorial I'm going to show you a little bit about the Distress Oxide inks from Tim Holtz, or Ranger. They're Tim Holtz though. Oh yeah, here it is, his name. So I got these probably, I don't know, I got them a while ago and I haven't done them justice, but I've been watching some videos to learn some of the techniques that you can do, and these react really well to water. And I knew that, but I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted to try it. And I did this background technique and made this card, and I am loving it. So I thought I would share with you this technique on how to do it, and then we'll just finish up making a card. And that's all I'm going to do for this card. I mean, I'm calling this done. I think it's adorable just like that. I think it's simple enough, yet detailed and just beautiful. So I really like it. I used this die that I got from AliExpress. Again, I have talked about them before. They are from China. They are very inexpensive. You can get very similar things, if not like practically the same thing on some things from AliExpress that you can get here in the States, but they are much cheaper. Most of the places have free shipping, and buyer beware, because you do sometimes get what you pay for. Be sure to look at the reviews, be sure to check things out. I wouldn't spend a ton of money, but I can get dies from AliExpress for $2 or less, maybe $3 at the most for a die, maybe. Whereas here in the States, the same die would probably cost, I don't know, twice as much at least, easy. So they even have some sets that I have, like that I've purchased, and then I'll go and I'll see the exact same set with all of the same dies together for like a fraction of the price. But I know that the quality isn't great. I know that I'm supporting something that probably isn't the best to support, so I don't want to hate meal. I'm just telling you that sometimes everybody likes to save some money or find a good deal, and AliExpress has them, but you've just got to be careful of what you order. But anyway, this is what I ordered this time, and I did notice that like this deer, I don't know, it kind of looks funny. I'm not sure if that's like how it's supposed to be or if that's just because it's low quality or what, but honestly, in the scheme of things, I'm not going to notice that, so it's not a big deal to me. But what we're focusing on right now is the color. So let me get back to that. So clearly I die cut this out of this background piece, and when I was doing this, I was kind of thinking manly. I was kind of thinking of my husband because he loves green, he loves orange. So I used 4 different colors on this. I used ice spruce. I don't know if you can see these, so I'll pull them down a little bit. Iced spruce, spiced marmalade, vintage photo, and peeled paint for this particular card. And again, I was thinking kind of manly, and I wanted something like this. So this came up. I used it on this. This is just regular white cardstock. It is heavy. It's Stampin' Up! Whisper White. It's very heavy and strong cardstock, but it's not anything other than cardstock. It's not the heavy-duty cardstock. It's not glossy. It's not watercolor, and it works great. So let me show you how I did that, and I may even save this to make something else with. I haven't decided yet, but let me show you how to do this. So I start off with just a regular 4 by 5 1/4 piece of paper so that it will go onto a card base, and I'm going to decorate this. And I picked out a die that I wanted to use, and I think it's going to be one of these little girls. Let's see, which one do I want to use? She kind of looks like a bride, and I don't really want a bride. Maybe I'll do this one. They both kind of look bridey, but I think I'll do this one. I haven't used this die yet, and I think it's really pretty. So we're going to use this die with it. So I'm looking at that and I'm going, okay, what colors do I want to use on this? I don't want it to be bridey looking, but I want it to be pretty. And this is a worn lipstick color. So I'm going to open up, I'm going to open that, and I'm going to just put some ink down like that. And you don't need much. And I think I will use, oh sorry, I shouldn't pull that up so high. I think I will use this Broken China. Woo, it's kind of like a bluish color. I have my little things in here because I don't know where my little dots are. For whatever reason, they are gone for good. No. I bought a whole bunch of them and I cannot find them. And it's driving me crazy. And I'll probably just have to repurchase. And I think I'll use this fossilized amber. And I want like at least 3 colors. So there's 3. But I'm looking at that and I'm going, okay, that's kind of red, white, and bluish, and that turns me away. So I think I'll add some of this wilted violet. Not that I don't like red, white, and blue. I do. Just that it's not the look I'm looking for in this. I'm looking for girly, not patriotic. So I'm going to start with that. And then I have a water brush. And I'm going to spray these with some water. And I just have a distress sprayer. It's made for this just because it has a really fine mist. But you don't have to use this. You can just get some water and put it on there. But, you know, I purchased the tools and I'm going to share them and use them. And see how it bubbles up like that? I think it's so cool. Okay, now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to pick up some of the color. Whoops, I have some mess on here. And I'm just going to color on this. Isn't this cool? It's so neat. And I'm just so you guys know, I'm using a craft mat. And I can just go into another color. I really like that pink color. And let's go into the blue. Ooh, that's going to be pretty too. And let's get some purple down here. So I've used them all, even though I don't know if I want them all. I'm going to put a little bit of purple up here too. Okay, now I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to dry this, so it's going to be a little loud. And you can see how it looks just kind of watercolory. Now watch this. I'm going to take my spritzer see how it's like putting those little dots and bubbles in the paper? Or not in the paper, but in the ink. I guess it's that oxide that's like pulling away. You can see it really well down here in this purpley area and right here in this pinky area, and then this is all dotted up. It's harder to see on the yellow. But I'm just going to dry that almost. It's not completely dry. And then I'm just doing the back side because this will help make it straight again. Since I've gotten it all discombobulated. So it's not perfectly straight, but it's pretty good. And then what I'm going to do, you could be done here, or you can continue to play. It's totally up to you. I'm going to add some more. I have found that you can kind of add color to this, as opposed to the other distressed inks, not the oxide ones, but just the regular distressed inks. You couldn't like layer color. If I put more water or color on it, it would just kind of disperse it and move it around. This I can actually like layer on top. And so like I can take this purple color and see how it like puts another layer of purple. It's a totally different color. And I'm gonna do that down here. I have a wax melt burning and it smells so sweet. It's good. I loves it. It's patchouli and something. I don't remember what it's called, but when I said sweet, I don't know why I said sweet. It's not really sweet. It smells really good. That's what I meant by sweet. I don't know. Been hanging out with my teenagers too long. Well, I only have one teenager anymore, don't I? Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I didn't cover all of the area. I really like this dot. I really like some of the other. I just wanted to play and see what would happen. Because I think it's going to be different every time you do it. So I'm going to start to dry it, but then I'm going to put this on there again. I just love the effect that it does. I love the fine mist that spray sprays. I mean, you could do it all one color. I mean, do you, whatever you want. And actually, I'm going to see. I really like that. Maybe I'll do it this way. So if I did it this way, I might need a little bit more of a transition between the pink and the blue. So I'm going to take the pink and I'm going to go over this blue a little bit. And I'll wet that now, and then I'll dry. And I think that looks pretty good. I mean, you guys can do whatever you want, obviously. I'm going to take all this stuff over to the side because I don't like to keep messes. I'm kind of weird that way. And I'm just going to, well, actually, first I'll take a dry paper towel and I will kind of soak up all the wet. And this is where a craft mat really comes in handy. And I've had this for a long time. And I just keep it clean. Now you could probably just let it dry and be, I mean, have stuff on it and it would be perfectly fine. But like I said, I'm kind of weird. But I do take good care of my stuff because I spend a lot of money on it. And I like it. And I want to be able to use it forever. So that's how I clean this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my Big Shot up. And I have a little shim in there. I'm going to put this on my Big Shot. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. It's probably too low, but I have those inks and I'm kind of afraid to put any weight on that. But I'm going to just kind of put this wherever I think I like it. And then I'm just going to die cut it out. So you guys might miss a little bit of that, but not much. I want to make sure that it cut. Sometimes I need to use a shim. I think it's because I need to replace my plates. They have seen better days for sure. Okay, so now let's see what we have. All right. That's really pretty. And then I have those little butterflies I can use on the card too. So then I'm just going to take my cardstock. And I'm just using white. And I can put her down like this. But before I do that, I want to make the edge cute. So I have some cute little some cute edgers. Ooh, and I'm not sure how to do it with just this way. I'll figure it out. So let's see. I really liked how this looked, and I thought, ooh, I'm going to try that. So I'm going to get those two same things. I want the scalloped one, and I believe it's this one with the fleur-de-lis, but there's two with fleur-de-lis. So I think it's this one. So I'm going to get my Big Shot out again. And this time I might move some of these so that you guys can actually see, because this might be something you guys need to know too, or have wondered how to do. Because frankly, I'm not exactly positive. I'm going to try it with you. Okay, I'm putting my Big Shot down. And what I'm going to do is, how am I going to do this? I think because these are straight and they're long, I'm going to need to cut up here a little bit. I think that's the only way that I can get. So we'll just do that because it's going to be cut off anyway. So I'm just cutting off a little bit, and then I'm just going to put my dies down here, and I want this to be in the center. So I'm kind of looking at my die, and there's these little notches on the sides, and those notches actually mark where the ends need to go. So I'm just making sure that those notches are together, putting that in the center, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same with this one. And I want it right next to that one. And you can see though that I didn't cut up far enough, so I'm going to need to cut a little further up. So hold on. Alright, sorry. Let's do this again. Putting this down. Maybe I should start with this one. And then putting this one down on top of that one. Right butted up against it. And it looks like the whole thing needs to move just a little bit to the right. I'm just centering them up. Alright, now it needs to go a little tiny bit to the left. Making sure that this is centered on the sides too. Okay, I think that's good. So now I'm going to close this because I don't need that part to be embossed, and hopefully that will work. Although that's going to kind of make it like a shem in itself. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push this through a little bit and then just put this on this end. Woo! Okay. Yikes. Okay, now I'll push it through. Put that down. And let's put this away. Let's see what we have here. We ready? I got a little bit of the embossing on that side, but I'm not too worried about that. I'll put those there. I could even, no, I'm just gonna, that's fine. I'm just going to be fine with it. Where's my pokey tool? Here it is. Does this look the same? Or did I do something? Oh, they did theirs in a color. Oh, that's where I screwed up. They didn't do theirs like this, Tammy. And even with the shim, this paper is really thick anyway, but goodness gracious. I used the same paper on the girl and she was much easier. And I'm thinking about doing something else here in just a second. But I still want to get all of these pieces off. That's so funny that I didn't even pay attention to that. I just saw what they did and I was like, ooh, I want to do that. And it's not the best centering job either. I could have done better, but all in all, it is okay. And what I'm going to do is take my little scissors, excuse me, and I'm just going to trim off just barely, just because it was not a straight looking cut, and I want to clean it up a little. Okay, so then now, oh, I don't want to get rid of those butterflies. I'm going to get another color. What color do I want? Probably pink, because I love pink. Well, let me see what colors I have in my scraps. I'll use one of those maybe. Is this purple? No, that's gray. Oh, goodness. I have like dark colors I've been working on. Oh, here's a, I could choose maybe this. Let's give it a try. I'm going to take that one and I'm going to cut this down to 4 inches. Oops, actually, you know what? I'm going to just cut this down to 4 inches because this is about all I probably need. Then I can still use that as something else. Yeah, that will work just fine. And then I'm going to die cut this out with my Big Shot. Good grief. Stuff everywhere. Can't stand it. Okay. Let's die cut this. La la la. Come out wherever you are. And I'm just going to put this on here. Make sure that it's centered. I should have kept it longer and just, especially since that's 4 1/4. Oh, good grief, Tammy. I should have just kept it longer. Let me just cut this one. Who cares? It's scrap paper. Okay, I'm going to cut this out and see how this does. Ugh. Well, it didn't do what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to cut out. Why didn't it cut out? Do I need to cut it out? I need instructions. Okay, I guess I need... I guess I need this straight edge too. All right, we're gonna get this going. We're gonna do this, and I'm sorry this is taking forever. I really didn't mean for, I mean, the whole technique is just the distressed oxide. So you've seen that part. All right, once again, let's get this bad boy out. I'm gonna put this down. I'm going to put this down on top of it. Right next to it. I'm going to get a piece of Post-it note paper. And I'm going to hold this down right there. And I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to come back. I'm going to carefully take the top off. I'm going to carefully remove just the bottom portion, this thingy, and then I'm going to put this on top. And I have this Post-it tape that I'm now going to move to the bottom side. Put this on top. Actually, I'm gonna take it and move it so it's on both of them because I want that to stay right up against there. All right, so now we're gonna go through again. God willing and the creek don't rise, this is the last time I have to do this. So far so good. Got some little scrappers on here. Get those in the trash can. I don't mind having scrappers, but I want them to be in the trash can. Okay. Did I do it? Yes, I did. Look, it already came off. So this is done. And I just need my little tool to poke all these things out. I have that other little tool. I could use that too, but honestly, this just seems easier to me. Unless I'm doing a lot of die cutting at once with little delicate, intricate pieces, I usually go for this one. So now I can't wait to see how this looks on the card. It'll probably look ridiculous and I won't even want to use it. How is that supposed to be? Yeah, that's supposed to be one piece. It's not coming off, so I'll just move on to the next one. See what I can do. I don't know why these are being silly. Okay, there we go. And I guess while I'm at it, I'm just going to get these. You guys have already watched me long enough. You're not going to care about another minute to get this off. For those of you that are still with me, thank you. You just really must want to see this card. No, I'm kidding. But I do appreciate you guys watching. I know that sometimes it can be like, okay, hurry up. Or you might already know how to do a technique and I'm still learning. That's kind of pretty just to use on something if you wanted to, but okay, I'm not keeping it and I'm just moving forward with what I have here. So then I'm thinking I'm going to put this on top of what's already on there. Yes, we have success. Okay, I'm going to put just a piece of paper back here just so I can see better to know where I want to put this. And I'm going to put glue on this one. Just glue this up a little bit. So I really am glad that you guys wanted to see more tutorials because it really has been a challenge for me and it's been fun. And so now I'm going to line up that middle fleur-de-lis. Fabulous. Woohoo! We did it, we did it, we did it. Now I just need to trim off these edges, give it a little haircut because it's too long. Now I'm going to take my glue and put it on the back of this girl. Okay, I'm really liking it. That one there, like she was holding it and it just flew off of her hand. I'm going to put this one on the inside. Oh, there's one more. There's a little baby one. And there we go. Get on there. Oh, I think that turned out really cute. Stuff from the craft mat. That's what you get. All right, so there you go. That's the technique using distressed oxide inks. So thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.